Okay, so my old mower deck was actually longer, shorter right here. And my new one, it comes back, and I think it might hit these bars coming down, which I'm not even sure what these bars are for. I think my old mount, this is my old mount, and even though I don't have the pan to tell anymore, it looks like maybe these pins went through here. Even though that leaves some distance between, it leaves about half an inch on each side. But that looks like the only place they could have attached is right here. The deck's all the way would be down. So these are the lifting arms here. These are what go up and down. So the thing I gotta do, I might have to take these off. I'm not even sure what they're for. They're almost like some type of guard or something. I might have to take these off in order to get the deck far enough back. So this is my old deck mount, and I'm gonna I cut it off really, half fell off, and then I cut it the rest of the way, but I'm gonna clean it up. I gotta get around here, get around these edges, and trim this all back to the real deck mount part. The rest of this is the old deck here. This is the mount, and then I guess it was either spot welded or it's attached here somehow. But I gotta get this all off here and see if it's any good anymore. I have a feeling the metal's still okay, maybe underneath here. So I'm going to spend a couple hours doing that. I got my wire brush and grinder. First I'll just do it by hand as much as I can. If it looks like it's really too bad a condition, then I'll move on to something else. But I want to try and get these mounts here. These are the old mounts, because I want to see if they'll fit on the new deck. So I'm going to spend some time doing that, and I'll show you the results. So removing these last of these mounts here, and just the bottom, I'm going to grind this off flush. So I'm going to through bolt it right through here, and these are sticking up. And then right here I have to carve out a little area for that idler bearing area right through here. Okay, so now it's cleaned up a little bit better, and I'm going to try and put it on the deck. Okay, so after sliding the deck back onto the tractor, I can see a couple things I'm going to have to do. One is this idle arm here. This is the old deck mount, and it's going to sit. This is the lifting mechanism. It's going to sit just about there. So I need to. What I'm going to have to do is trim this piece off here, and I'm just going to make it an arc on this lower piece, so this will still swivel. This used to be the brake attachment, which it doesn't need anymore. So that's right here. The other thing is these front mounts. I'll have to make some type of new front mounting system to work in with my old one. And then the other thing is my clutch tensioner is right now it's mounting right where this new piece is going to mount across, so I'll have to figure out a way to run it over the top of it, because I'm going to have to take away its little mounting piece. So nothing too drastic, just a matter of cutting some more with the grinder. So now this piece is off. So now I'm going to go put it back on the tractor and see how it fits with this new piece now. Where should it go across here? So I got the mount in where I want it to be, and then I sprayed white paint here and then scribed it on both sides, and that way I can pull this whole thing out of here because I want to make sure it's how close it's getting to this idler bracket over here. So I'm going to have to figure out a front mount here, and I'd like to do another one so I can bolt it, actually not weld it yet. But this is my part of my old front mount, and it looks like if I put that against here, the bolt holes would almost line up. This side looks like they do line up on this side. So I think I'm going to do some recycling here of these old parts and try to make it. I want to bolt it onto this pan instead of welding it if I can, because I think it'll make it so it won't rust as bad. And then the other side, I might try and get the bolt. I think I can drill a hole a little bit lower than that bolt. I got it tied over there now. A little bit lower than the original one, and then it will just about line up right with this one. If I can get one here, and then get it mounted to the pan, cutting this piece off here, drilling a hole through here. Okay, so I've fastened this out of an old piece of a bracket I had. I got to, you can see I got to bend this in a little bit more here, some space here. And then I'll drill through the deck and put carriage bolts with this side on the inside and a locking nut on the outside. Locking nut like these aircraft nuts. Over on this side, I'm going to drill a hole. I'll drill a hole through this old plate back here, and then cut a spacer that'll go over to hit there. Okay, so this is how the mount on one side looks, and then sprayed with undercoating. And this is the mount on the other side. So they're going around. I was curious about is their looseness. I adjusted them up to about like that, so that's not too tight. I might try and get a larger belt. I think these pulleys would take a larger belt than this. I know this pulley here on the electric PTO would probably. Okay, so now I'm going to put the pulley guards back on and put the chute, the grass deflector on. so Craftsman GT5000 with an MTD 48-inch deck installed under it.